Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. Welcome back everyone. What I've decided to do today is to do a clip on replacing the fuel filter on my VStrom. Mine's done 60,000 kilometres and I'm pretty sure it's never been replaced. I bought the bike with very low Ks many years ago. So it's still performing really well. There's no issues with the performance, but I think after 60,000 kilometres there will be a little bit of gunk in the original fuel filter, and just for peace of mind I want to get rid of that, keep everything nice and clean. So I bought these filters on eBay. I'm not a big fan of buying stuff on eBay because I find it's very nasty, a lot of the stuff. But I looked at this brand and had a little bit of a sniff around about how good these are or how bad they are. And it turns out that these quantum fuel systems filters are quite good. A few people have told me they've used them and they are very good. So for all we know, these could be made for Suzuki and then branded as OEM. So this has saved me quite a few dollars. There was 3 in that packet for 30 bucks, including postage. That's the beauty of owning the VStrom. You can always turn up a bargain somewhere when you want parts. So what I'll do today, guys, is I'll go over putting a new filter on the bike and giving it a birthday. Alright guys, we've got the bike in the workshop and I'll just go over a couple of things to get this tank off. So first thing I'll need to do is take the seat off. So I'll just release my panniers, and I'm pretty sure you know how to get your seat off. The second thing will be is to remove this screw here. There's a couple of grommets here and these black panels just pop straight off. Also, we'll need to make a little bit of room to squeeze the tank out. Now, a lot of people take these big side panels completely off. Now, there is a way of just gently pulling these out a little bit, as long as you've got your screws out, without removing all this stuff under here. Because to get these side panels off, you need to remove this front panel. And it is a fair bit of a job. So to save time and still do the job safely, I won't be completely removing these side panels. What I'll be doing is just prying them out a little bit and probably just tying them back onto the handlebars so they sit out far enough to pull the tank away. So I'll start doing that. Obviously it's the same deal on the other side, but your main ones will be these panels, these screws here and the screws there to loosen things up. And this little panel here needs to come out so you can access the main cross bolt that goes through, that holds the front of the tank down. So it's a pretty simple process really. You just got to keep an eye on things that you don't break any plastic. Alright, so we'll go for that and then we'll have another clip on how to remove the tank itself. So guys, these screws that are in the side and top and down here and down there, they're all a 4mm. So that's a 4mm Allen key. And for these little clips here, I'll just show you how these work. I've just pulled one out, and these are common on the bike. What they are a clip, and to remove it, what you need to do, I hope you can see that okay, is you push down the centre. You'll hear it just pop like that. And then if you've got one of these little suckers, they're just an automotive clip remover, you just slide that under there and pull it out, and you've got him. Okay guys, so I've got the petrol out of the tank. So now a 12mm will remove that bottom mount of the tank. What we need to do is lift the tank and just prop it up so that we can get to the little clip under there, the electrical clip, and also the fuel line. It needs to be unclipped. Okay, so next step is to remove that electrical plug, uncouple it, And also your fuel line, which is just there. There's two little grey tabs on that black fuel line, and that fuel line will just pull off your petrol tank, and your tank will be free to remove then. Just need to put a few rags down under here just to catch any petrol that's wanting to come out of there, because there'll still be a little bit in the tank. Okay, so the front mount, the bolt just there needs to come out, and then we can just lift the tank out, hopefully. Okay. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so with the tank removed, as you can see, the plastic stuff's still on there. There's been no dramas whatsoever. It saves a real lot of work not having to take all these side panels off. But as you can see, the bike's fairly exposed. You've got access to your air filter. And look, whenever you take the tank off, it is really a good time to check things out. You know, you can check your coolant bottle level, which is all good on this one. I actually wrote on the top of the cover 46,000. I put a new filter in, and that was in 2019, nearly towards the end of the year there. And I also put new plugs in. Another good thing about having the tank off is you can get to your rear plug if you need to. So a good time to have a good sort around and see what's going on under there. I will take that cover off and check my filter out. I might even blow it out. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. They're usually good for 25,000. And we'll get stuck into our tank over there. Okay guys, so I've put the tank up where it's pretty handy to work on. One thing I did forget to mention is the overflow pipe. I've left it attached. Probably a good idea that I'll feed that back through before I put the tank back on and then attach it. I forgot to take that off, so that's got to come off before you remove the tank if you feel like doing so. So there's our panel there that houses the pump. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Allen key screws to take off, and then the whole unit will pop out and we'll be able to get access to our pump. Okay, so once my screws are off, I can gently start pulling this out. Now just remember you've got your float and everything in there, and what happens is it's off to the right hand side, as you can see. It can be quite a little bit tricky to get that out. I need two hands here, but I'm trying to show you. There it is, it's out. So we'll just pop that down on the table and we'll be able to keep working on it. Hey guys, so I've taken a few pictures of what it looks like before it's disassembled. So the first stage is to get this piece off, and as long as you're taking pictures of, you know, what you're doing, you'll have no problems. There's only just a few screws. There's 3 little screws to get this top section off, and then this just pulls off. Now the only thing that'll try and stop you is that little O-ring, and there's another O-ring there, but it will pull off fairly easily. So that's your fuel pump in there, obviously. So the next step is to take that wire off and then just to lift this free from the plate. Okay, so that's been lifted free from that housing, and in the bottom there is your filter. And just looking at mine there, that's looking pretty lousy. It's full of crud. Yeah, there's 60,000 kilometres worth there, so I'll pull that out and we'll replace it with a new one. Yeah guys, so what I'll do is I'll just use a pair of pliers and I'll just try and lift him out like that, see what happens. Yeah, it's been a bit of a pain. I don't want to go too hard on it, but it should just pull off. There it is. That is just pulled off the pump. There's the bottom of the pump. Pretty lousy looking filter. It's black top and bottom. Okay guys, just to go and put this back on, I'm just squeezing the wings on this filter back, making sure the pump's in the right place, and putting the filter over the place where it needs to go, and just slide him on. That looks like it. There we go, one filter installed. Okay guys, now that I've got my filter in, just have a look at the bottom of the plate here before reassembly, and I'm just going to get all this black stuff off the bottom of the plate, because that actually sits inside the fuel tank. So there's no point having all that black rubbish there. That's just very fine dust or crud built up over the years. There's not that much there, but just a bit of peace of mind cleaning it all up. That's obviously the inside that sits inside the tank. So I'm going to clean that all up. I might just give that a spray with WD-40 to clean all that dust out of it. And that's good. Very happy with that. That'll come up clean. Okay guys, so basically the assembly is the reverse of the disassembly. Now that little O-ring had to come off here for this whole unit to slip up. So remember to put him back on. That's a simple slide on. We've got this little bugger to go on here, obviously because it just lends itself to where it is. So we snap him back on, these wires. That's one. And now we have this part to go on. Okay, so we've put our top bit back on now. We've just made sure the wires are where they should be. That one I've connected. Now I need to put the float mechanism on, and that just goes back on the way it was. The wire's connected and we should be in business. So that's basically the job there, guys. I'll just put this back together properly and then we'll install it back into the tank. So when you're finishing off, guys, when you've got your wire hooked there, just watch that this top part's sitting right down. You need to put a bit of pressure on it and then tighten these side screws up. And that will hold that bracket down and it will have a good seal. Otherwise, if you leave it sitting up, it won't have a good seal. So that needs to sit so you've got no gaps or anything like that. So okay, so that's been reassembled and ready to go back on the bike. Now you might agree that the job was well worth doing after looking at this filter. That's pretty rank, and I'm really glad that that's out of there and the new filter's on that pump. So basically the reinstallation is a reverse of what you've just seen. So it'll probably take me even less time to put it back together. And while I've got everything off there, I will take my filter cover off and blow the filter out and check it out. It's only done 10,000 Ks, so I don't expect it to be too bad. I just thought I'd slip this in before I knock off, guys. I just want you to have a look how nice and clean the VStrom airbox is. It's amazing. The VStrom has a fantastic filtration system. It seals so well. Now you would swear that that was brand new out of the factory. It's that clean inside. So that might be the secret to why the VStroms have such a longevity for the engine. The filtration system is just second to none. It's very simple but really effective. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that helps somebody. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.